Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a GW Tiger. It's the Tier 9 German SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Siegfried Line Assault, and it's under the command of Dr. Dip. Okay, game started. Well, this is Geschutzwagen Tiger, GW Tiger, but it's not a Tiger 1 hull, it's a Tiger 2 hull. Because by the time they got around to designing and building this thing, the Tiger 2 was in production, and so instead they used that hull instead of a Tiger 1 one. Originally the gun was going to be mounted on rails so it could be dismounted from the vehicle and shot independently from it, but towards the end of the war they realised that was going to be a very difficult solution, so instead they left the gun inside the vehicle. And when it was captured there was two guns available. There was a 17cm Kanonen and a 21cm one. Now, which one have we got here? Well, we got the 21cm one, and you can see that Dr. Dip's aiming at a T-49 way up in the north. He's scouting on that ridgeline. He's trying to work out where it's headed so he could place a shell nearby, wing him. In fact, there's an AMX 1390 there as well. He's fired into that position. Looks good. And oh no, falls short of the T-49. Given the time for the shell to actually transit from one end of the map to the other, it might be better for Dr. Dip to actually aim at some of the tanks in the south, because to travel from the south to the north takes about 4 seconds, and a tank can move quite a long distance in 4 seconds, so he'd be better to aim at the ones in the south where it's only probably a 1 or 2 second delay. He's fired again at that T-49 and he just misses him, but still gets some splash. 87 hit points. Okay, now he's actually aiming in the south, which is good because we've got loads of targets down here. An Object 430 FU and a T-54. It's my little joke on Wargaming, I call it a 430 FU, and that one's just been killed. It's a well overpowered medium, the 430U, and that one's been killed as well, so we're doing well here. Now we could probably splash that T-62A, just aim at the corner. It looks like he knocked that tree down so he could shoot around the edge. We're ready to go, we're loaded, he's firing around in, and well, it's pretty effectively demolished the house. It should have blown it to smithereens, but we'll have to wait and see if that actually did damage to the T-62. In the meantime, we've got some tanks in the town that we can shoot at. Remember, this is an assault battle, so you've got 10 minutes, and we've already used up 3 minutes of that, so they need to get a move on to get in and kill all the enemy tanks. Well, that Whizzing 111 GFT, or his fake tank as Jingles likes to call it, is retreating back, and he's just taken a nice splash hit. 291. And the funny thing about Jingles calling it the fake tank is that when he's actually called some vehicles by other names, he's actually been correct in that the Revolurise was known as a ravioli by some, for real. And so when he called it the ravioli, we all thought, no, he's joking again, just like he did with the fake tank. But no, he was actually correct. That was a true name for it. And that AMX is about to be annihilated. If he stays there, he will be. Oh yes, 601 off that one. Yeah, I didn't mention the alpha damage from this gun. It's 1100 if he penetrates. And the AMX 1390 has very, very little armor, and so it was obvious he was going to get through it, and it was a full hit for all the hit points that tank had remaining. And this is a perfect spot to fire at. In fact, I would have loaded the premium ammo for this, because you're more than likely going to take out 2 tanks here. He'll get that Malshan if he... Oh, no, Malshan's gone. But he'll do a lot of damage to that T-30. Rounds out. This is going to be big. 465 hit points. And now the T-95's come in as well. So, you know, with premium ammo, you do a lot of damage to all of them, because the splash is much, much bigger. Oh, and that EBR-90, what were you thinking? That was suicidal. I think a rush of blood to the brain there. Well, Dr. Dip's almost loaded and going for the T95. Here we go. Rounds out. 394 this time. But that Jagdtiger is using that for cover. And the other 1390 came around the corner and took him out from the side. And there's the T62 we fired at earlier. And he has lost some hit points. And he's being very cautious, actually. He was hiding. And there's a lovely tank we can fire at, a Badger. Now, they do not react very well to high explosive because, of course, it tends to hit them on the roof, not on their strong armour. As the Batchat goes down, the enemy's only got 4 tanks remaining. Rounds out. Looks like a direct hit. Oh, near miss. Very near miss. 326 off that. Stun. We'll pick up lots of stun because he's low on hit points. And, oh, stun's about to wear out. Oh, we got the last bits. And there's only 2 enemies remaining. And one of those is T49, but he's out in the field. And it looks to me like he's hunting Arty. So Dr. Dip is actually taking the precaution of going into town to join his teammates now. Because that tank is the last enemy tank remaining. And if he comes south, well, it's bad news for us, but in fact actually he has been killed, so we don't have to worry. So, nice round there by Dr. Dip. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, second class tanker for Dr. Dip in the GW Tiger. He managed to get, well, his win 8 for that game was 2,240. He got a bruiser medal, but he didn't get anything else from that game. And in actual fact, this was, I think this was a late entry for Arty Day. I don't know why it didn't actually get listed amongst the other tanks that were, the other replays that were taking part that day. But it's turned up in my general list. And let's have a look at the details then. Well, he got 4th on damage on his team. But not 4th on damage overall because he was beaten by 3 enemy tanks on the enemy team, so 7th on damage. 4,418 was the highest damage, that was the Object 277. He picked up a Confederate. Then came the T62A with 4,339, and after that it was the Object 705 with 3,810. When it came to kills, well, he only got the 1 kill out of that game, I'm afraid. Just that 1390 who sat there for that shell and took the whole brunt of it. And, well, the high scorer was the Object 705. He got 3 kills, and then 277 and a bunch of other tanks got 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, it was the 705 again. 1,141 to him, 908 to the 277. And then we got Dr. Dip with 907. And the reason he got that so high was because he did do a lot of stun, and that really does count. So let's have a look at detail. 8 shots fired, 2 direct hits, 1 penetration, 6 splash. Damage of 164 hit points, and all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 6 enemy, killed 1 of them, and did 1,932 hit points of stun assist off 6 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 44,018 credits, and after ammunition resupply, and these shells are expensive, took away 27,378 credits. He received 1,360 XP times 2 for the first victory, and he got the same again from personal reserve bonus, so he took away 4,081 experience points altogether. So I'm going to have a look at the totals actually, because I'm not sure if that would have been a winning replay in the Arty Day competition, but for some reason it did make it onto the general list, so we'll just have to check that later. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.